What's up? Oh my gosh, when I say it's been a minute, it's been a minute. Like crazy. Like over this time, it's been like 3 weeks or so. Last time I was here, I was like, I'm going on vacation. Let me tell you, I came back from vacation, had a vacation depression because I wanted to be back on vacation. Then I took a week off from going to the gym after vacation because I didn't want to just jump back into life. So I did make a video last week, which was no, 2 weeks ago. And then the week after that, I started to get back into my routine, which was last week. So yeah, about 3 weeks now. But in that time, I have not only one, two, three, but four book recommendations. I have a vacation recap. I have a tour of the library that I got on vacation because we went on a cruise. So yes, honestly, this is all just building up to the inevitable. Let's get into this. Shh, we're in a library. So yes, I went on a cruise with my mom and my sister. We went to the Bahamas, and if you haven't gone on a cruise, get on a cruise. Go on a cruise. You need a cruise. You need a cruise. You need a cruise. Everybody needs to get on a cruise. It was amazing. Oops. I just thought about it. I did not introduce myself. I apologize if you are new here. My name is Michaela. I go by a Black Librarian on all platforms. This is my YouTube where I talk about my library life, being a librarian in the Bay Area, what I'm reading, and just updates. And this week I have so many. Usually I post on Mondays, but this is Monday night and it's about 1:14 a.m. when I'm making this video, so hopefully it'll be up Tuesday, which will be tomorrow. Well, today. Anyway, back to the story. We went on a cruise to the Bahamas. We took Carnival Cruise, and honey, they call it the Spirit of the Seas, but I've always been a fan of Spirit. I feel like when people tell you not to get on something, it's because they're trying to gatekeep it. I loved Spirit before it went down. Like $100 flight to LA, 150 both ways. Like, I think that people don't know, like, to spend money to get to places. I want to get there as cheap as possible. And Carnival was inexpensive in the way that you are able to afford it. But when you get on the cruise, it's just all there for you. You don't have to buy any food if you don't want to. You don't really have to buy any drinks if you don't want to now. But me, I'm a drink. I'm a turn up personally. But yes, they had a library on the cruise, which was so beautiful. I would go there when my mom and my sister would go in the room, and they would just like sit on the balcony, or they would be in the room taking a nap. I would be in that library with a little old-fashioned drinking and reading Score by Kennedy Ryan, by the way. But yes, it was so crazy. It was such a good trip. And like I said, when I was on the trip, I was reading Score by Kennedy Ryan. It is the second book in the series. Oh my gosh, y'all. So the first book was Real. This one focuses on Monk and Verity, and they're also on the movie with Cannon. And was her name Nina? Anyway, their love story. So this is just like them also working on the movie, but they've had a long-standing romance since college, where they had to break up from like this big misunderstanding. But there's so much like childhood trauma from both sides, just the way that they grew up and what they experienced, and just, you know, being afraid of love not being perfect, and your person not being perfect in the way that you think, like mental health and that, and what it could be like when your partner is experiencing something you know nothing about. Verity has bipolar disorder, so depending on like what's going on in her life, things can shift and create triggers that'll make her go off on the deep end without her having any control over it. So once she finally got her diagnosis, she'd already been broken up with Monk, and she didn't want to tell him. And then he finds out, and she wants to like handle it on her own. And he's like, but we're in love. We could do this together. it's very real. And I like that Kennedy Ryan writes from a very real perspective where it's not so very cookie cutter and it feels inauthentic. This could really happen. And it probably does happen where one person has a mental health, we won't call it an issue, just something that they can't control. And they have a partner who isn't experiencing it, and they basically are experiencing it together because the effects ripple, right? So yeah, I gave the book a 10 out of 10, but Kennedy Ryan, she's gonna always get a 10 out of 10 for me. I read this on the decks when I would go and sunbathe, when I would go on the island. I would sit on the little island to the Bahamas with the book if I wasn't already drinking and talking with my mom and my sister. Like, I'm telling y'all, this was my vacation book. If you are going on a vacation, take this Kennedy Ryan book. You won't need anything else. It's thick enough. I finished it on my flight home. So worth it. And we were out there for a few days. So yes, that was the first book that I wanted to talk about. But the second books are more of like, this is my creme de la creme. Be more careful and be careful. Now, I don't know about y'all, but YA when I was younger started getting stale. I started getting bored with it, so I was into adult fiction way earlier than I should have been. Like, I was reading Mary B. Morris, and that was my girl. I was reading her books and eating them down. So much good urban fiction and classics, and hood classics that I missed out on, and Be More Careful was one. Right? Netta, she is the top dog basically of the Pussy Pound. She runs it. She's been running her life since she was a young girl, growing up with her mom who was strung out, and all she had was a lady in her apartment building holding her down. So she saw life was going to be only what she could get it to be. You know what I mean? She was going to have to fight for the life she wanted. And when it comes to love, she wasn't falling in love because she saw what love could do to you. She was about her money. And sometimes when you're about your money a little too much, you can have somebody fall in love with you and you cross them and they can ruin your whole life. Be more careful now. She wasn't playing. When you talk about a boss, like, she was the boss. She was doing everything. And when you're at the top, everybody wants to see you fall. I don't want to give too much away because it's one of those whirlwind urban fiction rides that you're going to be a part of. From like, we're going back from past to present, where Netta, she's growing up, to her present day when she has all this money. Talks about her family dynamic, and there's a lot of twists at the end. So yeah, be careful. And then Be More Careful is more of a, what is that, the prequel that came after the book. So you got more backstory on Netta again, what happened once it was the climax of the book and something really big happens to her where she's hurt, like, dramatically. We get into that, like when she's in the hospital and her recovery, and a man that was holding her down through the process. Yeah, we learn a lot about him as well. So I think that these were really good. Like I said, certified hood classics that I feel like you have to read if you love urban fiction, or you say you love urban fiction. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I gave Be More Careful, I want to say a 9 out of 10, and I gave Be Careful also 9 out of 10. Good reads, fast paced. I got both the audiobooks on Hoopla, so yes. Now, the last book I just finished reading was Don't Tell Me How It Ends. And Don't Tell Me How It Ends was, how could I describe it? It was very cutesy. It was a nice shift from what I had been reading. But all I've been reading is romance. But if you know me, romance is my top. Like, if I can read that, I'm gonna read that out of everything. That's my bread and butter. I eat, breathe, and sleep romance, truly. And this one is no exception. Kari, she is on the app. She's on those apps. She's not dating on those apps. She's hitting men up so that they come to her apartment and dick her down, and leave. She doesn't want the relationships. She had her father walk out on their family, so she doesn't believe love exists. But of course, you know that all changes when she meets Ro. bro is a young man who's moved back in town to help take care of his family's business, the mechanic shop, because his dad has dementia. And he meets Kari, and he sees like himself and her. They see each other, just two people who are afraid of love because just circumstance in life, because love is scary and love is hard. And I think that that's a running theme in romance right now, just like showing that love isn't just like this fairy tale, like, oh my gosh, we fell in love and everything was so perfect and we've been working out and there were no problems. No, there are problems, and it's the traumas that you have that you bring into the relationship, and you have to build past those traumas to become better people. Like, I loved when Rose's dad in the book said it's not like you're just in love every day, you're choosing to love that person every day. And that's the work. Like, when people say marriage is work and relationships are work, they don't be lying. Like, yeah, the first 3 months is cute and we all in love and little love, but after that it's like, do you want to be in love? And that's where it hits. Don't tell me how it ends. I won't tell you how it ends, but you can kind of get the picture. Like, we don't want to be in love, but we want to be in love. Like, it's like I wouldn't say a forced proximity romance, but you get the drift. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Now, those were the 4 books I had read over the weeks I had been gone, and I'm still six books behind on my reading journey of reading 60 books this year. But I've been more about being immersed in the reading than worrying about how many books I'm reading, and that's how I know I'm growing in this reading game. Or am I? I don't know, because if I can finish this book, then I'll be 5 books behind. But you already know I love me some Tia Williams. Like, Tia Williams can do no wrong, much like Kennedy Ryan, top tier romance. And I'm excited to read The Misconnection. It kind of gives me a Samantha Young novel. Is it Fight or Flight? I'll put that up there. That's what I'm thinking is going to be. I don't know if it's Enemies to Lovers or not, like that book is or was, but we'll see. I know that people have been raving about it. I've read nothing on it, so I'm going in blind. So I'm hopeful next week when I come back, I will have that book for you. And another book that I'm going to try to read in the meantime as well is My Blade, Your Back, the second book in a series. It's been a little bit of a minute since I've read the first book, so I might have to go back and read the last few chapters. Yeah, because the first book was My Heart, Your Knife. Wait, yeah, My Knife, Your Heart. I'll put it up here so that you can see. So if I don't just have one book, I'll have 2 books finished. Now, for the updates, we're more than halfway through summer. All my interns are gone. I had 2. That's over finally. I have only 2 more summer programs this week, and I'm going to miss one because on Wednesday I have jury duty, so that's going to be crazy. It's just so much going on. My phone broke over the weekend, and I had to get a new phone. So this is what we're filming on today. New phone quality. I know it's pretty bomb. Honestly, I'm excited about it and thankful. Yeah, that was a lot. I don't even have a song of the week for you. We'll be back into our regular scheduled program next week. But until then, I want you to enjoy this very small tour of the library on the cruise ship, and I'll post some pictures and some clips so that you can have a feel of the Bahamas with me, what I was seeing, and I hope that y'all are having a good summer. I hope that it's going well at your libraries. I hope that y'all are being safe, taking care of yourselves, taking vacations, taking time, because that PTO is for you. They can prepare the others. And without further ado, my vacation. Peace, y'all. I will see you next week.
That's a project where he goes through, you know, so